All right, so something that I mentioned in an earlier video that I did today that I wanted to highlight and give some more time to. Senior Russian official reveals multiple countries are ready to supply Iran with nuclear warheads. I'm reading this from Mediaite. Former Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev warned the United States via social media that a number of countries are now prepared to arm Iran with nuclear warheads following Saturday's bombing of nuclear facilities. President Medvedev, who now serves as deputy chair of the Security Council of the Russian Federation under Vladimir Putin, took to Twitter, I will never call it X, it will always be Twitter, to ostensibly reveal what he sees as the results and consequences of the U.S. attack on Iran, which is primarily supported militarily by Russia. He posted a 10-part Twitter thread. Sorry, I'm watching an Indiana Fever game. Asking the following question, then he answered it. What have the Americans accomplished with their nighttime strikes on 3 nuclear sites in Iran? 1. Critical infrastructure of the nuclear fuel cycle appears to have been unaffected or sustained only minor damage. That's referring to the site that is located inside of a mountain and appears to be unaffected. 2, the enrichment of nuclear material, and now we can say it outright, the future production of nuclear weapons will continue. 3, a number of countries are ready to directly supply Iran with their own nuclear warheads. 4, Israel is under attack. Explosions are rocking the country and people are panicking. That reflects the circumstances in Israel after we bombed Iran. 5, the U.S. is now entangled in a new conflict with prospects of a ground operation looming on the horizon. I really hope we don't put American boots on the ground inside of Iran. 6, Iran's political regime has survived for now, and in all likelihood has come out even stronger. I don't think that's true of Ayatollah Khamenei and the clerics. I do think that's true relative to the military, which is the real power behind governing Iran. 7, the people are rallying around the country's spiritual leadership. I don't know if that's true, including those who were previously indifferent or opposed to it. I don't know that that's true either. 8, Donald Trump, once hailed as the president of peace, has now pushed the United States into another war. That's definitely true. 9, the vast majority of countries around the world oppose the actions of Israel and the United States. I think that's objectively correct. At this rate, Trump can forget about that Nobel Peace Prize, not even with how rigged it has become. I mean, if there's one thing that Donald Trump loves, it's a good old-fashioned rigged election. What a way to kick things off, Mr. President. Congratulations. Medvedev's objective appears to be clear. Dismiss any claims of any U.S. claims of a successful mission and not so veiled threats that Iran and Russia will not take this attack without response. Russia is, of course, in possession of multiple nuclear warheads, which, if provided to Iran, could easily lead to a full-scale escalation and nuclear war if these threats are to be taken seriously. Imagine if Iran responded to the last 8 or 9 days of Israel attacking and bombing Iran, and yesterday the United States bombing Iran. Imagine if Israel responded to that by setting off a nuclear weapon inside of Israel. That's the implication here. Oh, fuck.